Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Art Whisperer 88. This is another printmaking adventure, as they are surprise endings usually, because I really don't know exactly what the outcomes are going to be, but it's fun to do, and I learned something along the way. So I will start with a silver acrylic paint pen. Now, this is the poor cousin of Posca. This was from Amazon and it came in a set. And I think it was something like $12. And this is a metallic silver. And I will draw a series of circles in varying sizes. Okay, that's it for the silver. And let me add some more. A small one here. And a little one here. There. So that's it for the metallic silver circles with my acrylic paint pen. I'm going to use my Sharpie. I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to use this one. But this one is newer and writes better. It's actually not that easy to write on a gel plate because since it's a jelly-like surface, it resists you. It doesn't go smoothly. You have to drag the pen carefully, otherwise it's going to start skipping. It takes a little getting used to. So I have the marker pens as a first layer. Now I'm going to make a mix of titanium white and parchment. I'm going to do an experiment because I did some reading and got a consensus from different artists who have the problem of white paint drying too fast. And one of the suggestions was using glycerin. Now, glycerin is a commonly used substance in cosmetics. It's used in soap, in lotions, moisturizers, and it's non-toxic. This is food grade, and I got this off of Amazon for a few dollars. So I'm going to mix a few drops of glycerin, about a tablespoon, and mix that with titanium white. and some parchment. So it's not white, it's kind of an off-white. And hopefully this mixture won't dry as fast. Now, it may not work, but I have to try it anyway. I know glycerin is water soluble, so it should work. In fact, I'm going to add maybe like a teaspoon of water. That's why I like to save these plastic tubs when I do takeout food. Okay. The rule of thumb is not to put too much, otherwise it won't pick up the markers. Now, since it's a little bit watery, I'm beginning to see some pock marks. And that's okay, that introduces some texture to the background. I'm just looking for my important tool. And so I have several of these. Okay. So this piece of paper is Strathmore. This is Strathmore 400. And the reason why it is not as costly as the other papers is because it's not made of cotton. Strathmore is made of wood pulp or cellulose. It is acid-free and it has sizing, so it's very smooth, and hopefully it will accept the image nicely. It also has a good weight. It's thick enough that when it gets wet, it doesn't get too wavy and get bent out of shape. Okay, I will leave this on the plate for about 15 minutes and I'll be right back. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes. So let's see what the result is. I think the glycerin cuts down the stickiness. So the result is very subtle. I mean, the marks are there, but they're very subtle, which is not a bad thing. And then I can build up from there. And the good thing is that the glycerin allows the paint to stay wet. And I think that's why it doesn't pull up the image as much. Okay, so be moving on. I'll try to recover this. I'm going to try some caramel. And a little bit of green oxide. I'm glad this sprayer is behaving and not squeaking. Because when they get washed a lot, they get squeaky. Okay. This Strathmore does have a nice hefty body to it. It's, how should I say, it's beefy. There's some substance. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes. And I noticed this paper isn't buckling as much. That's a good sign. That means it has a good consistency. And I think it's picking up the image well because it's stuck on the paper. It's picking up what the first one couldn't do. So I guess glycerin is not a good picker-upper. Now this paint is straight out of the tube, so it makes a huge difference. Very cool. In fact, for a first pull, this almost looks like a finished piece in itself. It's very minimal. I have seen pieces in museums that have less content than this, so not to trash them, but okay, so this gets air dried and I will move on to the next step. I will start working on the first image. Okay, here are my black tissue paper. I'm going to proceed to cut them into strips so they will serve as vertical lines. And I am deliberately cutting them in irregular outlines. Okay, that is the second layer, which is a series of black strips of black tissue paper. Now that will air dry, and then I will continue on to the next step. Okay, back from a short break. I have my cheat sheet paper on top of my first print, and I sketched out some areas where I want to open them up. So just have these. Now I drew the preliminary sketch with pencil, but true to my nature, I keep changing my mind. So that's why it's good to have these cheat sheets, so I have a chance to revise as I feel needed. Hopefully these will hold up. Oops, I nearly poured that one. Okay. Now, since this is going to be printed, I'm putting this on backwards. It's not as easy as I thought. Let me try something else. I should have done this the first time. I'm borrowing this technique from making cookies. Okay, that was much easier and made more sense. So, next step will be to ink this up. I'm going to use raw sienna. It's a raw sienna in the middle, And then the outer edges will be red oxide. So it's a two-tone business. This is almost gone because I use it so much. There goes the stencil. It's when paper stencil comes in contact with water, it immediately falls apart. So there's my second layer. And here is the first print that has all the black stripes. Okay, I'm not going to leave this on too long because I risk pulling off the collage. So let's see. Pretty cool. Check this out. I love that. It's a very strong Asian influence. So I will air dry this and then maybe I can retrieve this. So here's the second print. Okay, I will leave this for another 10 minutes. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. Let's see what we have here. I hope this does not tear on me. It has a very vintage look to it. And I think the fluid matte medium picked up everything. I'd say 99%. Pretty cool. So now all I need is to air dry this and decide what comes next. Okay, back from a short break. I am using the negative pieces that I cut out from the cheat sheet, and I decided I'm going to use a combination of black and some of this leftover white. So let's see how that goes. I'm going to start with the white. Okay, let's see how this works out. Okay, now since the application of black is very heavy, I'm not going to leave this paper too long. I forgot a stencil here. Pretty cool. The black gives some contrast now. So this gets air dried, and this I think will make an excellent ghost print. I'm hoping this piece will have a very painterly look, much like an oil abstract painting. Okay, this will stay for another 10 minutes. Okay, let's see what we got here. I think this picked up the ghost print beautifully. It even has some of the gold leaf. That's pretty awesome, if I may say so. It's almost a standalone piece. Cool. I think I'm going to stop here at the third piece. Let this air dry, do a little cleaning up, and then I will be right back. Okay, back from a short break. It takes a little bit of doing to keep the printing table clean. It gets messed up so quickly. But anyway, I have here some pieces of copy paper. And here is a fragment of my cheat sheet from the previous session. And I cut it with that interesting shape. So we'll start here from the bottom. Okay. Now when this dries, I will do a recap and show you the extreme close-up. Again, I think this needs a little touch of bright color, just a little bit. Okay, I think that does it for the second print. And I think this piece will look good here. Okay, I think that's it. So I will wait for these guys to dry and then recap. Okay, everybody, this is my favorite part, the last leg of this long video. So this is the first print with the black tissue paper and a layer of stenciled paint and more collage on top of that. And here is a close-up As you can see, the marks done by the scribble stick, and the texture made by the brayer looks like a wood grain, which I think is very cool. You can see very faint traces of the marker in the background. Okay, that's print number 1. Here is the second print. It's very different from what it started out as, but I do like it. It also has the same kind of wood grain texture. So that is the second print. And here's the last one. Again, this is my favorite because it's totally unexpected. And I think it worked out very well. There's a very painterly look to it. And I like the very slight metallic look. That's a leftover from the fragment of the cheat sheet cut out. So that's one of the unexpected details that I think are very cool. I hope you like this video. It's a bit long, but thank you for joining me along with the ride and having this adventure. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. And for those who can, I'd appreciate if you can donate to my PayPal to keep this channel going. Thank you, and I hope to see you next time.